Now, bringing you the very best in New Hampshire-based local music on IPMNation.com and 100.1 The Planet, this is Local Outbreak. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com here with you, bringing you another week of great New Hampshire-based music from across the spectrum of genres. But we're going to open it up with a relatively short interview segment. I recently had a chance to talk with Katie Dobbins for a short phone interview. We've had Katie on a number of times, but it was great to just kind of catch up with her. She's now a full-time musician, and it's been a big change, but a very positive one, even with all the challenges currently in the in the music industry and as far as getting out there and playing. But things have largely opened back up. But she's been doing some really good stuff. So I want to share with you our discussion. It's about 10 minutes, and at the end of that, we'll play a song, and then we'll come back and move on to some other artists. But always nice to talk with Katie. So here it is, my recent conversation with the great singer-songwriter Katie Dobbins.
Hello, this is Katie Dobbins.
Katie Dobbins, how are you? Yes, a little bird known as EZG told us you might be calling. How are you?
Oh, good. I was hoping you were expecting me. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. So what's been going on? Give us the update on your music career.
Oh, man, what a time to be in music. It's been so interesting. And the good news is that it being summer and outdoor shows being a safe option, feels safe to me to be outside. Mm-hmm. I have been able to perform again, which has been so exciting and soul-filling, and I have an outdoor show coming up actually in Boston on September 11th, which I'm really excited about. So that's my biggest update, is just like the ability to see human faces again and see people's reaction to my music and not just hear it. I mean, I've done a lot of live shows on Facebook and YouTube, and I love reading the comments, and people have made those really fun too, but there's just something different about being in person, as I'm sure you all know. So that's been really fun.
Absolutely. Online, you've been doing like a regular thing, right? Every week, the Starlight Lounge or something?
Yeah. So I think last time I was on here, which was a little bit ago, I had just launched my Patreon page, which if people haven't heard of Patreon, it's like a subscription that you can do for independent singer-songwriters or artists, and you can support them on a monthly basis. And then in return, you get some cool like VIP access things. So I've been doing a monthly kind of residency out of my Patreon page, or what I call the Starlight Lounge. So that's been really fun too. And I do some stuff too, just like on Facebook and YouTube, but the big show that I do every month is there in the Patreon page. Yeah. Was that something you started when the pandemic hit, or is that something you were already doing? That is something I started when I made the shift into full-time music making in February or March of this year. And so one of the first things I did is launch that kind of virtual space, I guess, once I made that shift and I had the time to really devote to a consistent online presence.
Yeah. Well, when you made the shift into being a full-time musician, I mean, was there a part of you that, with the way the pandemic was going, did you ever have a moment where you go, oh, maybe this wasn't the right time for this?
I really didn't. I had those moments leading up to my decision, but I'm the kind of person who, when I make a decision, it's like years in the making.
Yeah.
So I like hemmed and hawed and prayed over this decision so much. And by the time I made it, I was so confident that this was the right thing to do, that even though it's weird, like even though it seems like a crazy time to do something like that, it almost made it more exciting. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I was like, no, this is the time, this is the decision, and I don't know, we're just going to see what happens.
Right.
But it's been interesting for sure. And a lot of people are like, really, now? And I'm like, I guess so.
Yeah, you got to play the hand you're dealt, and no, good for you for sticking with it and not second guessing, but just
and I mean, here's the thing: there's never a perfect time to do something. Like sometimes and for me, this decision, it felt like there have always been reasons for me to not pursue my passion 100%, and there's always been like things standing in the way. And so for me, it just felt like, well, of course, there's another thing standing in the way, but that's always going to be the case. So I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Yeah. What drove you to make the I mean, did it just feel like the right time to become a full-time musician? Because that is a big step, when you're used to, working and playing music on the side, to really go for it as a full-time career. I mean, that's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Even taking the pandemic, pandemic out of it.
Yeah, there's so many contributing factors to the decision, but it's something that I had been wanting to do for at least a couple years before I did it. And then there were some added technicalities that I won't get into, but with the whole outbreak of the pandemic, and I had relocated from Boston back home to New Hampshire. And so there were some practical things too that made it feel like, you know what, I think now's a crazy time, and it's a good as time as ever to do this thing that I've been wanting to do for so long.
Yeah. No, very good. Very good.
Yeah. And I do want to say too, hopefully people listening, and hopefully I'm sure you've heard of the New England Music Awards. Mm-hmm. And there's a ton of awesome names nominated for Best of State in New Hampshire this year. I was lucky enough to get on the list. Oh. And the voting for that closes tomorrow. So anyone who's listening, I encourage you to check out that list. It's nemusicawards.com/vote. And there's all kinds of categories. And then one of the categories is Best in State New Hampshire. Myself and a bunch of other people are nominated. So I'd love for you to take a minute and vote. It's super fast, super easy.
That's let's give us that website one more time, Katie. I want to make sure people get it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's NE as in New England, musicawards.com/vote.
Okay, cool. And I just pulled it up here on my browser so I can remind people again later in the show. Excellent. Are you playing out? I mean, how many shows are you doing in a month? Are you playing pretty steady now that things have opened back up?
I've been a little slower than some to start with the live shows. I had an outdoor show in Concord, New Hampshire recently that was really fun, and I have the outdoor show in Boston coming up on September 11th. There's going to be music all day Saturday and all day Sunday. It's part of the Boston Arts Festival, so that'll be really fun. And other than that, it's just been consistent things online.
Yeah.
So the best way to find me is on Facebook at Katie Dobbins Music, Instagram, and then I'm always putting new videos and content out on my YouTube page too.
By the way, and I think I asked you this the last time we talked, but I can't remember what you said about it. The podcast that you were doing, Let the Music Set You Free, is that done, or are you still doing that?
So that I've kind of took an extended break on that, but I really miss it. And so I'm in the process right now of reimagining what it's going to look like, but I am bringing it back this fall. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll be posting about that on all of my music pages, but there is also a separate Let the Music Set You Free page on Facebook and Instagram that I'll be posting specifically just things related to the podcast. So I've already been lining up some guests, and the exciting change that I want to do with it moving forward is making it about the music, but also making it about giving back to organizations who are helping set people free with tangible resources, throughout New England. And so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, it's still in the organizing phase, but it's coming back this September. So
outstanding. All right, very good.
Yeah.
And where are your next shows? Do you have anything specific you wanted to plug that you've got coming up in the area or anywhere?
Yeah, definitely. If anyone is listening who enjoys worship music and prayer, it's not really what I do. Like, that's not, I guess, how I would market my music most of the time. But I have been doing short kind of Christian music sets on the first Wednesday of every month online. And then in addition to that, I have the Boston Arts Festival show coming up on Saturday, September 11th. I'm playing at noon, and that is really exciting. It's the only live show I have on my calendar right now. I know it's a little bit of a drive from Manchester. If anybody wants to check it out, that should be fun. And then I have my next online show where I'll be playing my original songs on Patreon as part of my monthly Starlight Lounge residency I'm doing. That's coming up on September 20th. And to join, it's not a ticketed event. It's not a ticketed event. You just have to be part of the lounge or part of my Patreon page, which starts at only $2 a month. So it's a really, easy way, I guess, to support me and what I'm doing, but also like get to go to those shows and stuff for really whatever amount. You can kind of choose your donation amount there. So
Gotcha. No, that's wonderful. Absolutely. All right, Katie. Well, listen, thank you for calling in. And I think what I'm going to do is at the end of the call, I'm going to play this song "Starlights." It's really a
cool.
very, very pretty song. I think that'll be a nice way to wrap up. But again, the website is katiedobbensmusic.com.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and that's got all your social media links and everything on it, obviously. So, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, it's a one-stop shop for sure.
Outstanding. All right, Katie, thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. Good luck with the awards, and we'll make sure to give that website out again during the show. And thank you for the call today.
Thanks so much. Thanks for letting me call in, and have a great rest of your show.
All right, Katie. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
When the night is dark and quiet, I look up and see you smiling. Your eyes remind me that we're still shining. No matter where life takes us, we'll be fine. 'Cause we are reminding me that even a little bit of glitter can be enough to light up the whole sky. We are starlights, shining from the inside. Tonight, all we need's a lot of love and a little bit of light. I get a whole lot brighter when I feel your hand in mine. Join us in the open sky where all of us can shine. We are
This is Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton here with you. Thank you again to Katie Dobbins for giving us a call. That was great. Up next on the show, we're going to really shift gears. This is a project that we have featured quite a few times. They're highly prolific, but they've got some new stuff. This is Slugweed, and this track is called Designs, next on Local Outbreak. Well, that's a little different. That is Slugweed with a track called Designs. Next on this week's Local Outbreak, we're going to shift gears again. This is Ghosts of Jupiter, and the track is called Sea of Changes. Welcome back, everybody. It's Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Matt Connerton here with you. And up next, here's something different. This is Sam Talmadge, and the song is called Two Songs for Rita Kay. It's really only one song, but it's called Two Songs for Rita Kay by Sam Talmadge. Next on Local Outbreak. is Sam Talmadge with 2 songs for Rita Kay. And before that, we heard Ghosts of Jupiter with Sea of Sadness. Next up on Local Outbreak, this man is an institution here in New Hampshire. Older gentleman, Fred Marple. And this is called Snowplow Sally. It'll be that time soon enough. Snowplow Sally by Fred Marple. Next on Local Outbreak.
Snowplow Sally, I guess you better slow that snowplow down. Snowplow Sally, baby, I guess you better slow the snowplow down. You've been plowing all over town, scaring drivers and knocking mailboxes down. Now listen to what I'm saying here, dear. All you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. All you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. Said all you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. Yeah, all you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. One of these winter snowstorms, I'm gonna be hiding those keys somehow. Now, pay attention to what I'm telling you here, dear. Listen up. I bought me a brand new snowplow in 1985. I let you ride along, but then you took the wheel. And now you won't let me drive snowplow, Sally, now, baby. I guess you better slow that snowplow down. There you go. You've been plowing all over town, scaring old ladies and knocking their fences down. Hey, I'm telling you, yeah, listen. All you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. All you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. Yeah, all you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally. Plow, Sally, plow. Yeah, all you wanna do is drive the plow, Sally.
That is Fred Marple with Snowplow Sally. Next on this week's Local Outbreak, this is Ward Hayden and the Outliers, and the name of the track is Sometimes You Gotta Leave.
There was a time I was living to die. I ain't just saying it, I was really trying. Live real fast, burn up in the ash. Was looking to wreck myself real bad. Up in the morning, one thing on my mind, just counting minutes till the time felt right. One by one, till the job gets done. But most of the time, just get depressed and done. Sometimes you gotta leave. ways things could have played out. An angel on my shoulder, still pushing the boulder. Sisyphus was a real rock and roller. Sometimes you gotta leave. Sometimes you gotta leave. Sometimes you gotta leave. Sometimes you gotta leave. Oh, it's a real drag to look back now. Thought I was a comedian, but I was playing the clown. Times I let pride get away. All pride ever got me was this in the face. Sometimes you gotta leave. 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 Oh, sometimes you gotta leave. Sometimes to get something going, you gotta get going. I mean, like, real going.
That is Ward Hayden and the Outliers with a track called Sometimes You Gotta Leave. Next up on Local Outbreak, here's a project that we have definitely featured before. They're fairly prolific, so a lot of good stuff, but they've got something brand new. This is Party of the Sun, and this track is called Weight of Age. Next on Local Outbreak.
Wasn't much to see once you called it. Wasn't where I thought it would be. Didn't feel like making light of it back then. Was it overlooked? Was it worn down by the rage of your kin? Didn't ask for it, same as them. swept you down when you ran. Back to the isle you built. Was it worn down by the weight of age? In the storm, you will find a way.
This has been Local Outbreak on IPM Nation and 100.1 The Planet. Thanks, everybody. We're just about out of time. Going to leave you with a quick one. This is Tiara, and this is called March to close out this week's Local Outbreak.
What's that shining through the window lately? Could this be the truth? Would I go crazy over something like that? And who's that walking through the front door lately? Could you look at this and tell me what the mirror's trying to say? March is coming on, and I've been working in the yard. Now I've got poison ivy up and down my arms. This time of year is so exciting when I'm going for a ride with just my camera and my bike. And when I push that shutter, it feels like a brand new satellite. We'll have a fire if you wanna. I will try not to be scared. I'm gonna have a good time tonight, and I know I can be a prima donna. I'll just have a couple drinks and stare up till I need some shut-eye. March is coming on, and I've been working in the yard. Now I've got poison ivy up and down my arm. This time of year is so exciting when I'm going for a ride with just my camera and my bike. And when I push those pedals, man, it feels just like another life. What's that shining through the window, baby? Could this be the truth? Would I go crazy over something like that?